dance floor. Girl, come with a dance. Puerto Rican in the breathing heavy. Little had my looking daddy. Couldn't tell him nothing cause we lost him already. Cozy boy with his spaghetti. What the money and fame, the price come heavy. The price come heavy. Like Shaq attack up on a backboard. Gummy, back up on a backboard. When she asked me if I love her, I just act bored. Say loser.
And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. It can certainly get loud inside this building. And just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the Denver Broncos. Here's the former Auburn kicker, Daniel Carlson, to get this one started. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis.
Let's go. On 53. Go Rock, make 20. On 53.
On first down, Keenum. Sutton reeling it in on the left side. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. From the gun, here's Keenum. Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Here's Keenum. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. So third and 2. This quite possibly four-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Out of the gun, Keenum. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now fourth down. That's already the third time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught one of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth. They do snap it to Keenum. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A big pickup of 12 yards on fourth down to keep this drive from stalling. On first and 10, Keenum. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Sanders. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
On 53.
And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Let's go, let's go. 22. 22. Let's go, cut. 20. Cut.
On second down, here's Keenan. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Coverage there by the safety, Harrison Smith.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Now this now play number 9 on the opening drive, but it's 3rd and long. Keenum steps away. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a gain of 7, and that'll bring up 4th down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
And McManus able to put it through. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Hey, flipper, flipper. Hey, through.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, Hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football. They're facing a tough spot, 3rd and 8 here to start things out.
Bring the energy. Black, black. Rhino! Gun. Liz, 50. Gun.
Now it's the backup Cousins. And he's able to find Diggs. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And complete right side to Cook. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this. And, hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate?
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Adam Thielen from 21 yards away. And the Vikings are able to strike for 6. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Carlson now to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super tough.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. On first down, it's Keenum. He's got his tight end, Jake Butt, and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. Keenum now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Keenum. And he will find his man for the first time, Demaryius Thomas. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 34. Again, it's Keenum. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. That goes for a gain of 31. Two minutes to play here in the first half. More from Minneapolis after this. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed.
On 53. Right, 52. Right, down.
They get it to him running left, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Hey, go, let's go. Very left.
They come out here in the eye. To throw is Keenum. Got his man. It's Thomas. Touchdown, Denver. Demaryius Thomas, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Broncos are in for 6. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Two.
Cousins to throw it this time. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. Cousins from the gun on 3rd. It's complete to Laquan Treadwell. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Bingo.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Cousins now a perfect 5 of 5 since taking over. They haven't missed a beat. 1st and 10.
Gone. Move.
From the gun, here's Cousins. And complete, right side, the tight end Rudolph. And he'll be out of bounds, able to take this one down to the 20-yard line. Chewing up big yardage, another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. First red zone chance now for the Vikings. 1st and 10 right at the 20.
Yellow. Hey, Receiver. 300.
From the red zone now, Cousins. This is caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs in the final seconds of the first half. And the Vikings are able to strike for 6. Carlson on for the PAT. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is up to 5. Carlson now to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Now a first down throw. Keenum. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. A final shot before the break. Keenum. And his throw here's incomplete. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. So we've reached halftime here in Minnesota with the Vikings on top. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Play fake. Cousins. Going deep for Diggs. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Stephon Diggs, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Carlson now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. On first down, Keenum throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Well, quite a few teams this past week in the NFL were playing with new quarterbacks, guys that have been in the league, but in a new uniform, and they had quite a bit of success. You noted some of them. Who'd you have down?
It was really incredible success when you think about it.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Anderson Dejo, and they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
180! Let's go.
Following the interception, Cousins, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby, and his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Well, partner, of all the great things that we saw in Week 1, unfortunately there was some bad, quite a few injuries, and the toughest one, Delaney Walker with that knee injury, he's gone for the year. Yeah, and that's really, really difficult for the Tennessee Titans to absorb because in a lot of ways, he's their number one target. He may play tight end, but he was the security blanket for Marcus Mariota. He'll be gone for the year. Greg Olsen with the Carolina Panthers, he left the game in a walking boot, but an injury of the same foot that was surgically repaired last year. And then there's some other injuries like Leonard Fournette with Jacksonville, Marquise Goodwin with San Francisco, Deshaun Jackson with Tampa Bay, Doug Baldwin with Seattle, and don't forget Keanu Neal with the Atlanta Falcons. He got hurt, came back, left again. He's gone for the season as well with an ACL. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Keenum. That's caught left side by Jake Butt. That goes for a gain of 31. If post pattern is often equated as a change-up route, how about when you throw it to your big guy down the center of the field? Covered or not, you have great confidence he's going to come down with the football. And when he does, as we just saw, long gains often result. And that'll be incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete. Keenum will try again on 2nd down. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Everson Griffin in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. The Broncos on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. From the gun, it's Keenum. And he fires one, but incomplete. But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that. I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete. And McManus able to put it through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it. Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it? Yep. They're more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists. Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason.
Zebra! We're going! We're going! Let's go! Lucky 50!
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Space to maneuver at the 40. 23 yards on the tuck and run. He's starting to fall into the category of not fair because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible. Well, yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too.
Here we go. Four down. The hard. 180.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think? And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Lucky 50. The hard. What is it? Hard.
Second down, Cousins. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Cousins to his tight end, Rudolph, for a Viking first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Move.
Watch left.
Black. Here we go. Rhino.
So that'll back him up 5. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
Gun.
Now a play fake here on first down. On the move to his, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Von Miller coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Right there, 56. Yellow.
Much 56. Here we go, D. Here I come again.
Off the play fake, Cousins under pressure again, and down he goes again. Von Miller in there to drop him for the 2nd straight play. They may want to block him on 3rd down.
Go ahead and take a seat. You can't stop me.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Rose. Move. Yellow. Ready, in there. Yellow.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. He's going to sling it. That's caught at the 25. Touchdown, Vikings. Laquan Treadwell, 58 yards. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes. Carving him up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. To throw, Cousins. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. Carlson now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they
got his man complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. Keenum finding Sanders for a big one. 49 yards. Keenum on first down. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap for Keenum. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Throwing is Keenum on 3rd down. And the pressure gets to him again. Daniil Hunter. He's the one to get him this time. And back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a 4th down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Now Keenum, got to have this one. He's going to fire one deep over them, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Jake Butt, 39 yards. And the Broncos cut into that lead. Wow, talk about a big 4th down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it and having that type of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
And out now come the Vikings. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time, they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
Let's go, let's go. We're going, let's go.
Back to the ground, this time Cook. Cook with a first down and much more. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A big play there. 44 yards. And the fumble recovery leads to 6 points for the Vikings. Carlson now to add the extra point. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.